Hi, it's me, Joe of Mojoy Creative, and this is my first YouTube video. I'm here to tell you about an exciting project that's happening at my house. I live with my sister and my husband Derek. Oh, and Pepper Ann, who you can hear whining. She likes to be the center of attention. Anyway, this house has been great. We've lived here for about 2 years. It really didn't need very much work when we came in. Just paint and some cosmetic fixes that we've been doing a little by little over the last couple years. But one main space that needed more of a deep overhaul, more of a gut job would be the main bathroom upstairs that my sister uses. Yeah, it needs help, so take a look. All right, come on in. Pretty tiny room, so you get the full picture pretty much right away. Great natural light, interesting angled ceilings, but just some old and tired fixtures, really thick tile as you can see. A pedestal sink which offers no storage, so that's an issue. An alcove shower that can feel really dark, just especially given that darker tile and no light in there. So I think just everything in here needs a little bit of a facelift, just updating in general to the tile, the bathtub, and some of these fixtures. So yeah, as you can see, it needed a little bit of love. And great news for you, this is gonna be a two-parter. This first part's gonna be all about demo, destruction, and all the problems that we found, lessons we learned along the way. Anytime you open walls, there's always lessons to be learned and new fun surprises to find. And then hopefully part 2 will be all the fun stuff, the pretty stuff, the making it look really fun and nice. But I think in order to appreciate that second part, you have to see how we got there. So come along on this rocky road. Okay, so after we figured out that the tile was on top of tile, we started the process of trying to demo it and found this really ridiculous situation. It's like metal and then cement, like concrete. I have no idea. So it's turning into a bigger project. We ended up taking out the sink and the toilet so that we can just start smashing some of these tiles, and then we're probably gonna have to redo all the drywall. It seems like it's probably worth doing. This is like wallpaper-ish, I don't really know. But yeah, as per usual, there's always surprises when you open up the walls.
Okay, so the challenge with my bathroom is that it's very small. So right now we have a vanity that we got at Restore that's really nice, the body of it, but it didn't come with a sink top. So we searched all around. It's basically custom, so we're kind of just figuring out whether we want to get a whole new pair, and that's kind of where we're landing. I also don't want it to be too big because the space is so small. So we're pretty much landing on a 24-inch vanity. We're here at Home Depot. Honestly, it's like the lesser of all evils kind of situation. Not that I hate all of these, but like it is good to see them in person because the grain and stuff is like you can tell if it's cheapy or not, and you couldn't tell that online. So I really like this. I like the dark one. I want drawers is my problem. That's like what my preference would be, to have at least one drawer, but that only comes mostly in the bigger sizes. So this one actually has 3 drawers and comes in 24-inch. But my fixtures are gonna be gold, and we decided that doesn't really look that great together. Also, it's kind of like rough. So then it's like, I'm okay with these. This comes in this size, so that's good, 24 inches. So then we have kind of a comparison of what the metals would look like. Hilarious, this is our stand-in for the gold toilet paper roll. So I think either one could work, but I think we're leaning towards this dark one because it might be more like classic, and we're gonna have other elements that are like really white, especially the floor and the walls. So we're thinking this one maybe.
Okay, so one thing that we didn't think about, or I didn't think about, is how much trash and such we would make when demoing a bathroom. So we started tearing all that stuff out, and obviously 2 layers of tile and drywall creates a lot of garbage. So we tried to first just buy these 2 garbage cans, but then we figured out we actually need to rent a giant dumpster thing. So yeah, now this is just sitting on our driveway. Hopefully we can get all the demo done and get it out of the way. But yeah, let's see if I can show you what's in here. It's pretty gross.
All right, this is after day 2 of demo. It's just like a little clubhouse. It actually looks smaller than it looked before somehow, but taking it all apart so we can rebuild it. Next coming in is the tub. Funny story with the tub. We've actually already bought a different tub and then found out it was horrible and got really bad reviews. So this is our second tub. Live and learn. Just a Friday night. The hole on the side of the wall. Good place to watch Golden Hour. Alright, so what happened with this one was that when we took all of the tile and drywall off, we discovered, of course, that there had been leaking around the exhaust fan in the bathroom. So everything had to be replaced from the insulation all the way out to the exterior wall. So unfortunately, it was the first project before doing anything else. We also had to stop for ice cream because obviously this is a need. Shamrock Shake season! And look at that giant soft serve. Literally, it almost fell over when they handed it to me.
Oh, do you want some napkins?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need them. So yeah, this is our second trip to Home Depot to go back to get all the things that wouldn't fit. But I think we're well on our way. And it's a good day if we get ice cream, so. All right, here we are. The hole is all filled in. It's amazing. Plywood, then tar paper and flashing, and now some cedar shingles, which is a whole operation. Thankfully, it's the first day of spring. The weather has cooperated, so we're doing well. Okay, I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of this since I sort of babble and move my hands a lot, but basically when you buy a kit of fixtures from the store, it comes with a diverter, which is what you connect to your pipes, your water source. We found out that ours was not a size that would match up with our current pipe, so we had to replace all the pipes first in order to begin. Okay, friends, so some kind of bad news, as if this project wasn't growing by the minute already. After Derek, my husband, who's been doing most of this legwork so far, after he finished roughing in all the plumbing, as you can see behind me, putting in new copper pipes and all that stuff, he put in our new fixture, which is beautiful. However, it drips relentlessly and he can't get it to stop, and he took it apart and found out there is a gasket missing, and then, you know, looking at some reviews, saw that this is a common problem. So awesome. So now we have to get all new fixtures, which is fine, like isn't that big of a deal, but you'd be surprised. The brand name fixtures, there's not a lot in this like brassy gold. there's a lot of like Amazon alternatives or other big box store ones, but in order to get one that is functional and won't cause leaks inside the wall, which I guess is important over aesthetics, we may have to make some compromises. So we are off to a fancy designer store to at least just see what they have for brand name ones and what the cost comparison is. I have a feeling it's going to be huge, so stay tuned. Our trip to the designer store was not a total loss. It was significantly more expensive, but it was good to be able to see and compare all of our different options. We ended up having to place a special order, so another delay of about a week. So we're still stripped down. We're like a week in and it feels like it's been in this state for a long time, but there's little progress happening everywhere. Now it's time to do the electrical, moving some of the outlet boxes, making sure that the vanity electrical's in the right place. We also added electrical for the shower, wanting to add a light in the shower since it's pretty dark in this little under the eaves area. Also part of this, since we're replacing the plumbing anyway, is lifting the shower head a little bit higher. Yeah, I think those are the main things. Still in demo mode, electrical, plumbing, the carpentry happening on the outside, and siding is like all new things, learning at every turn. So hopefully when these steps are done, then we'll be able to start putting back in the walls, like insulation and cement board and waterproofing, and then drywall and then paint. So there's lots more steps before the pretty stuff happens, but we're moving right along. Oofta, as we say here in Wisconsin, oofta. That was quite a doozy of a way to start this project, but let's sum up what we've learned, shall we? Number one, read the reviews. Before you buy, before you install, other people's comments and stories really are helpful in avoiding some mistakes and some headaches along the way. Two, have a partner or somebody in your life that is a little bit more well-versed in tools and or is willing to watch YouTube videos to learn how to do it, which is what my husband's been doing. Three, I would say just budget more money and more time than you're thinking, because it's always going to take longer than you hope it will. And along that same line, it's really helpful to have an alternative space to be in, because living in a construction zone is no fun. And if we had to use that bathroom and had a time stress on getting plumbing back in there, this would be even more stressful. So that would be helpful. And then number five would be just laugh at yourself, because it's always going to be a crazy learning adventure, especially if you, like me, have never done something like this before. So anyways, hope you enjoyed part one. We will see how this all shakes out, and can't wait to show you the results in part two. See you then.